Welcome to Mindful Monday. This is take 2. I had some sound problems. I have my candle lit. I'm ready to create some peace with you guys on this Monday morning, blustery day outside. Let's create some peace within. All right, so find your favorite starting point. We will eventually come up to a comfortable seat, but if you prefer being on your back, feel free to go ahead and lie down or take child's pose, whatever suits you this morning. And wherever you are, let's just tune into the body. We'll start with a body scan, and just starting at the crown of the head. Work your way through the body and just notice sensation. Notice what you're bringing to your mat this morning. Travel all through the body. Bring your awareness down into your shoulders and your neck, into your belly, your ribs, your hips, your legs, on down to your feet. And then we'll travel back up the body from the feet, through the legs, through the hips, the torso, and back up through the shoulders, the neck, the face, and the crown of the head. And as you arrive back at the top of your body, just sit up a little taller, draw your shoulders down away from the ears. Really open up the chest. And just let your hands rest wherever they're comfortable. Palms face up tends to give us a little more space in the chest. And bring that chin to parallel. Allow the eyes to close or the gaze to soften. And then notice, so if you have some wind and rain in your space outside of you, just notice that sound. Notice the temperature of the air, and that sensation of clothes on your skin. Begin to invite in a deeper breath, as we always do, by softening your belly and drawing the air in through your nostrils, filling up. And then make that exhalation longer than the inhalation. This is where the magic happens. Long, slow exhalations bring peace. Pausing at the bottom of the exhalation. And then waiting for that inspiration to breathe in. And as you're ready, do so, breathing in fully. And then exhaling completely, slowly, and deeply. Excellent. We'll take another couple of breaths together. Finding that slower rhythm. Practicing this long exhalation. So that every once in a while when we really need it, it's there for us, right? Good. And so if you're laying down, come on up to a seat. And I thought we'd start with a little chant this morning. We don't do this very often. I don't chant. I know many of you probably have chanted Om in a yoga class. I thought we'd take it one step further since we're working on peace. And you can join me or you can simply sit and listen, leave me hanging. The chant is peace, Shalom, Salaam. Peace, Shalom, Salaam. And we'll sing it about 5 times. You can join me as you wish. And then we'll just sit in silence for a couple of moments and just absorb that sound. So you notice there is an om sound in these different expressions of peace. Take a deep breath in. Peace, salam, shalom. 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 When you're ready with that vibration of peace swirling all around us, let's blink open our eyes and take our hands to the front of our legs somewhere and draw your belly into your spine and round forward, just bringing that seated cat-cow movement into our breath work. So as you inhale, lift your gaze and draw your shoulders back, and as you exhale, round forward. So we'll just move slowly, warming up the spine. Excellent. And take a few more of these, just moving with your breath. And as that feels complete, just sit up nice and tall. We'll draw the shoulders up toward the ears and then roll them back and down. Take another couple shoulder circles. Good. And then as you're ready, bring your chin down all the way down to your chest. Take your hands back behind your head. Make a little nest with your hands and just provide a little incentive for that chin to come down a little farther, stretching the back of the neck. Only if this feels good to you. Keep a nice tall posture. Breathe in and breathe out. And as you inhale, we're going to lift up, draw those elbows out and look up. And as you exhale, bring those elbows toward one another. Take that cat-cow movement again, adding in the arms and the shoulders. Good. Rounding forward, inhaling as you open up, gazing up, and exhaling as you round. Nice. We'll take two more, just moving with your breath. And as you complete this next one, just take your hands, let them release, and then slowly roll up. Good. We'll take the cross of the legs and just switch them out. So the opposite leg comes forward. And then we're going to take our hands forward and take a gentle forward fold in this seated position, Sukhasana. So we're going to notice our hips immediately on that right side, or whatever side is forward, whatever leg is forward for you. So just take a breath or two here. Say good morning, hips. Be at peace. And take one more breath in, and as you exhale, walk your way back up and switch again. So the other leg comes forward. And then take a slow walk forward. So noticing that lower back as well, and the opposite hip. Bring your chin down to your chest, just bow forward. Take a full breath in and a long exhalation. Nice. And then as you're ready, slowly make your way back up. We'll take our legs forward. Bring your feet to the floor. Give your ankles a nice little massage here. Maybe a little pat. And then take your hands behind. We'll windshield washer side to side. Just giving our hips a little good morning love. And then we'll come to tabletop. So bring your blankets with you, smooth out the wrinkles, make a nice soft landing spot for your knees. And then take your knees under your hips. So if you shake it out, spread your fingers nice and wide. And we'll drop the belly, lift the gaze, and come into a few cat-cows here. So moving with your breath, inhale. Lift your tailbone, lift your gaze, and exhale, round. Press that mat away. Inhale as you come into your cow pose, gazing forward, and exhale as you round. Let's take a couple more. If these feel great, take as many as you need for your practice this morning. Nice. And on this next one, I'm going to pause here on this cat pose, pressing away, drawing the belly into the spine, and then come into a neutral table. Take the right leg back and press your feet into the floor. Really flex and just rocks forward and back, stretching the feet. A couple of times. And then come to stillness. And lift that right leg up and take it across the left leg. And then take your gaze over toward that foot. Little side stretch here. Good. On your inhale, lift again. And on your exhale, lower. Shake it out. And then take that left foot back. Rock forward and back. Stretching that left foot. Good. Really pressing the heel back. And then come to neutral and take that left foot across and take your gaze over toward that left foot. Nice big breath in. Nice big breath out, long and slow. And then inhale, lifting that left foot. And exhale, bringing it back down. And take your knees wide as your mat. Bring your big toes to touch. You know what's coming next. It's a lovely child's pose. So take your arms forward. Come into extended child's pose, letting your forehead descend toward the floor, letting your fingertips reach forward. So we'll take 3 breaths here. Really settle into this child's pose. Always, if you need a prop, need a blanket underneath your hips to support you, always do so. Maybe let your elbows rest on the floor. Come back to that deep inhale and long, slow exhalation. Nice. One more breath in. And a long, slow exhalation, releasing any stress and tension, letting go. When you're ready, we'll slowly come back up to our table. Take our hands just a little bit in front of where they were, tuck your toes, and take a lift of your hips coming into downward facing dog. So finding your down dog that works for you. Maybe it has a little more of a bend in the knee. Maybe you walk your dog. Maybe you want to walk your feet a little farther forward if that feels good for you. Just find that dog that works for you. And as you press your heels toward the floor and find some stillness, just pay some attention to those hamstrings, to the backs of the legs. And really lengthen your spine as you gaze back towards your knees. We'll take a full inhalation, nice full big breath. And a long, slow exhalation. And then look forward, take a walk forward to the front of your mat, and we'll meet in a forward fold. So I like ragdoll, reaching for your elbows and bending your knees as much as you need to, rocking side to side. And then find some stillness here. Maybe that bend in your knees is really generous if your lower back is tweaky this morning. And notice what's going on with your neck. See if you can soften the neck, shake it. Yes. And no. Yes. And no. Maybe so. And as you're ready, press into your feet, bend your knees, and we'll rise up, reaching your arms out, taking your gaze up towards your fingertips as you reach for the sky, getting really nice and tall, framing your ears. Take a full breath in, and as you exhale, let your palms meet and draw them down to your heart center. And just close your eyes here. Let the shoulders relax down. Breathe in and breathe out. Nice. When you're ready, open your eyes, bring your hands out, reaching down toward the floor. Lift and spread your toes. Your palms will face forward. And you have this nice open heart, nice open chest with lots of room for the breath. Coming into this mountain pose, committing to this peaceful day we're starting together. Breathe in and reach up. Let your palms touch, and as you exhale, bend your knees as much as you need to forward fold. Inhale, find your halfway lift, that Ardha Uttanasana, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, reaching up, looking up, and take a hold of the left wrist with your right hand. Lean over to the right. Keep pressing in equally to both feet. Maybe look to your left. Good. Inhale, coming back to center. Take a hold of the right wrist. Lean left. Look right. How you doing? Good. Inhale, reach up and look up. Take a little back bend here. Notice how your back's feeling. Only go as far as feels good for you. And then exhale, refold. We'll take that forward fold. Notice if your hamstrings are feeling a little more like maybe coming to straight, or maybe you continue to have a generous bend in your knees. Inhale, come into your halfway lift. Draw your shoulders away from your ears. And exhale, take your hands to the mat. Take your right leg back, all the way back. And take that rock forward and back again. We'll stretch that right foot. Excellent. Nice. And then come to stillness. Come to your fingertips here. And we're really going to get some strength in the legs. Feel that's the strength of those big muscles in our quadriceps. Just see what happens if you come up to a lunge here, bringing your hands to your left quad. Notice how that creates a little bit of instability, maybe a little bit of balance challenge. If you're ready, reach your arms up and come into your crescent lunge here. Good. You can always lower that knee to the floor, lower the top of the foot to the floor, but if you want to stay for another breath or two and just challenge this piece we are working on, stay with me. Reach your fingertips up to the sky. And then if you're ready, bring your hands down to heart center. You can always do this with your knee on the floor. The right elbow can come to the left quadricep and take a twist. So keep that engagement of the right quadricep, pressing back with the right heel, pressing into the left foot, equal as much as possible. Good. Take one more peaceful breath in and unwind. We'll take the hands down to frame the left foot and then gratefully send your left foot back to meet your right in downward facing dog. Good job. And that was a lot, right? It was a lot. So we'll take 2 more breaths here just to celebrate how strong we are, how resilient we are, and how peaceful we are. Take a nice big breath in and a full exhalation, taking your time with the exhalation. And then on your next breath in, come up to your toes, take a walk forward, and we'll meet in our forward fold. This time, we'll take our peace fingers, wrap them around our big toes, take as much of a bend in your knees as you need, and then draw your elbows out and come into a deeper forward fold. Maybe you're straightening your legs a little bit more. We'll get that nice stretch in the hamstrings. Breathing in and breathing out. Excellent. All right, on your next exhalation, release that. Come into your halfway lift. And as you're ready, take your fingertips to the floor. We're going to step our left foot back. Yeah, sending that left foot back. Let's rock forward and back on that toe. So fingertips to the floor or blocks. Just take a little rock. And then find stillness with your right knee over your right ankle. And then press back into that left heel. Always the option to lower the left knee to the floor. But if you're ready, bring your hands to your right quadricep. I don't know, words. Take a nice big breath, draw your shoulders back. Good. Feel your strength here. And if you're ready, reach on up. We'll take our lunge here. Excellent. This is a really deep crescent lunge. Nice big stretch in that left hip flexor, left thigh. Good. When you're ready, hands come to heart center. Take your twist. So the left elbow comes to the outside of the right leg. You got this. Keep that peaceful, beautiful, serene look on your face. I can see it. You've got it. Keep pressing into both feet. Left foot's pressing back, right foot's pressing down. Breathe in and breathe out to unwind. And then take the hands gratefully to the floor again. We'll step back, coming back into our downward facing dog. Yeah. Maybe lift coming up to your toes and lowering down toward your heels. And then find stillness in your down dog. Let's take 2 more breaths here. See if you can lift your hips a little higher, lengthen the spine. Breathe in, breathe out. Excellent. Such good work. When you're ready, inhale, look forward, come up on your toes. Take your walk forward to the front of your mat. Rotate your wrists in your forward fold. Nice. And then just let it all hang out. Let your fingertips come to the floor, rock from side to side. Good. And then we'll bend the knees, root to rise. Inhale as you reach up and look up. Let your palms touch. And then exhale them down to your heart center. And just pause here. So we're up and down and all around, so let's take a moment to reset. Let your eyes close in mountain pose. Gosh, I'm a poet and I don't know it. One more big breath. Long, slow exhalation. And then blink those beautiful eyes open. And then we're going to take a giant step with the right leg to the right. And we'll take our toes, face them forward, bring the heels a little facing out. And then bring your hands to your hips, smile, and then we'll come forward into our halfway, our tabletop, gazing down. And if this feels okay, take your fingertips to the floor and let your head come down toward the floor so you're looking back. And we'll bend that right leg. We'll get a little stretch of the inner thighs, bringing our hands over to the right foot. Good. Inhale. And as you exhale, take a walk to the other one. Good. Stretching that inner thigh on the right leg. Good. Keep moving. We'll take a couple more, just moving slowly with the breath. Excellent. Nice. Beautiful. And as we come back here to the left side, we're going to rotate so the left foot and the right foot are both facing forward. And this time we are going to lower the knee, lower the top of the right foot. And take your right hand to the inside of the left foot. And then sweep that left arm up. Take your gaze toward the left. Find your twist. And if you like, you can flip your palm and take a half bind and take your gaze back again toward the extended right leg. Good. Beautiful. And take one more breath. Open up that shoulder a little bit more. And as you unwind, slowly come back. We'll tuck the right toe, send the left foot back, coming into our downward facing dog. Nice. Come up on the toes a couple of times, stretching the heels back toward the floor, and then find some stillness. On your next inhalation, we'll step the right foot all the way up and lower that knee. Good. Nice. Take the left hand to the inside of this right foot. Take your twist on this side. Maybe flip your palm, take your half bind on this side. Keeping that right knee over the right ankle. Nice big breath in. And a full breath out. Slowly come back to center. Tuck the left toe. We'll step again back to downward facing dog. Not too many more dogs today. No worries. Find your dog. I'm missing my dog. She's not here today. We'll take a breath in and a breath out. And then we'll look forward. If you like to bend your knees and take a little hop forward, feel free to. Otherwise, we'll meet at the front of the mat in forward fold again. This time you might decide you want to lift your foot and tuck your hands under each foot. You can use your toes and give your wrists a little massage. Bending your knees as much as you need to. Maybe your belly comes all the way down to your quads, or straighten your legs. Maybe your hammies are really happy right now. We'll take a breath in and a deep breath out, long and slow. Relaxing the back of the neck. One more. And then release those hands and root to rise. Rising up one bicycle chain link at a time, reaching up, taking your palms together, look up at those palms and lean back. Maybe a little more of a back bend than you thought you had in you. And then exhale as you draw your hands down to your heart. Let your shoulders relax down away from the ears. And just pause here. We can't have too many mountain poses. Nice breath in. And a deep breath out. And then from the front of your mat, just bring your feet about hip width apart. Right? Look right in front of you. Find the stillest point in your vision. See if you can find something that would make a nice drishti or gazing point. And then let's start with our hands on our hips. Bring your weight on over to your left foot. And see if you can bend your right knee and take a hold of the outside of this right ankle. If that doesn't seem pleasant to you, maybe reach for your pant leg, or if you just want to bend your knee, come into prayer pose, that's fine. So we're just going for a little stretch of that quadricep. Always, if there's a wall close by, it's great to use for support. I'm a big fan of support in whatever way you can get it. We're not going to be here much longer. Keep the breath slow and smooth. Good job. When you're ready, slowly release that. We're going to take another balance pose on the same leg. So the weight's going to be in the left leg again, and it's going to be a tree pose. So your tree might not look like your friend's tree. Every tree is a little bit different, as you can see out my window. Right there, the right ankle can come in, the right heel can come into the left ankle here, and you can just keep your toes on the floor. Or if you feel like you want to come into a full tree, you can reach down and bring that foot up to the inner thigh. Hands can come to heart. Extend up, reaching your branches. Keep that drishti, keep that gazing point, and press equally into your foot, as equally into your foot as your inner thigh on the other leg. Good job. One more breath. Breath is smooth. If you fall out, just come back. And as you're ready, hands come to heart. Slowly lower that leg down. And let's take a little ankle circle on the right here. And then an ankle circle on the left. Loving our ankles. They hold us up. And then come back to center. We'll take it on the other side. Now, if you just don't have any desire to do the quadricep stretch, let's skip that and go into tree and just practice your tree pose of choice. But if you'd like to join me in your quad stretch, you can reach your right arm up, reach for the outside of that left ankle. Draw it in. See if you can get that deeper stretch in that quadricep. Keeping the gazing point, nice steady gazing point. Breathing in and breathing out. Excellent. On your next exhalation, just slowly release it all down, shake it out. Let's come into our tree pose on this side. So feet, lift and spread your toes first. Reestablish your root system. Imagine you're growing roots down into the earth. And then bring your weight over to your right foot and decide what your tree pose will look like. Find your drishti first. That solid, non-moving gazing point. So everybody has the good side. I shouldn't say good. It's not good. It's just different. Right? One side is a little more challenging normally. So if this be your side, just let it be what it is. Take your tree, extend your branches, blow in the wind as the wind blows you. Drop your leaves, anything that no longer serves you. And just see if you can find some steadiness, even if it's just with the breath, the steady gaze. We all wobble and topple over from time to time, but we can keep our breath steady, right? We can practice. And when you're ready, on your exhale, just slowly bring your hands to heart center. Release that foot. Let's take some more ankle circles. See if you can remember which direction that was. Go the other way. Good. Let's take it on the other side. Excellent. All right. Let's shake that out. Shake it all out. And we'll come to the top of our mats. Bring your feet hip width. Let's take one last sun salutation as we inhale, reach up and look up. As you exhale this time, let's take your hands back and clasp them behind you. Let's get a shoulder stretch while we're here. Let the head release toward the floor. Lift the arms toward the sky. And on your inhale, halfway lift. Find that halfway lift. Make that tabletop with your back. And on your exhale, take your hands to the floor. Step one foot back and then the other. Maybe take one more rock forward and back to stretch the feet and the ankles. And then lower your knees, or decide if you want to lower all the way down through your chaturanga push-up. And then come to your mat and make yourself a nice comfy pillow and turn your head to one side. Good. Shake out your hips from side to side. And then bend your knees. Take those windshield washers from side to side. Excellent. Release the legs to the floor. Bring your forehead to the mat, or to your hands, the tops of your hands. And then do bring your forehead to the mat. My bad. And then let your arms come down to your sides. We'll have our palms facing in for this. And then zip up your legs. Bring them close together or touching. And then we're going to lift our head and shoulders and lift our legs coming into a locust. See if you can point your toes, really engage the legs. And just come up as high as your back will allow. A little back bend, so good for us. Breathe in, keep the breath smooth and steady. It's like we're flying, superheroes. And on your next exhalation, we're going to release. Bring your hands to make a pillow and turn your head in the opposite direction. Good. Rock it out. Sophie, shake it out. And then bend your knees. We'll take our legs from side to side again. Just release that lower back. Excellent. We're going to take one more. So relax your legs on the floor. Take your hands back down to your sides. If you would like to clasp your hands behind your back, feel free. Draw your shoulders toward one another, shoulder blades drawing together. And then zip up your legs, point your toes, and when you're ready, lift it all. Keep your gaze somewhat forward on the floor so you have a nice long neck, supporting the neck. Slow, smooth breaths. Good. Excellent. We'll take one more. And then release. Make that pillow. Turn your head to the other side. Rock it out. Excellent work. So important to get those back bends in. Important for our posture. But you never want to go farther than your body wants you to. So we're just going to take an unceremonious flip to the other side. Come onto your back. And then take your knees, and it should feel really nice to hug your knees into your chest. Rock them from side to side. Good. And then find some stillness. Give yourself a nice big hug. And on your next breath in, take your nose towards your knee, really round, get small. And on your exhalation, take the right leg up to the sky. Release the left leg. Point and flex. Wave to yourself. Excellent. We're going to take the outside of the right leg with the left hand and just draw that leg over across the body. You don't want to fall. Just take it across the body. Open up that right arm, maybe gaze toward that right arm. Nice little stretch for the hips. And come back up to center. And then we'll take the right hand to the inside of the right leg. Just open it out this time. Keep the left hip on the floor. You might flex the foot. Good. Inhale it back up to center, and then hug that right knee in. Hug it in toward the shoulder this time, bringing it out toward that right shoulder. And take a nice breath in, and a nice breath out, and then switch. We'll release that right leg long, and take the left leg up to the sky. Point and flex. Good. Then take that right hand to the outside of the left leg, take it across, maybe open up your left arm, take your gaze in that general direction. Ooh. Wow, someone's calling me. Good. Come back up to center. We'll take the left hand to the inside of the left ankle and open it out. And take your gaze over to the right. Breath smooth and steady. Good. And on your inhale, we'll bring it back up to center. Hug that left knee in. Hug it towards your left shoulder. A little different angle here. Excellent. And take a nice breath in, and we'll extend that left leg long with the right, and then reach up overhead. Take a big, even a full body stretch, but take a little bit of a back bend here too. Maybe lifting your waist up off of the mat. And then slowly release your back and bring your feet together in Badakanasana. So supine Badakanasana. Take your shoulders and loop them underneath you so you have a nice open chest, and we'll just take our hands to rest somewhere at our sides or on the thighs, and just let yourself pause for several rounds of breath in this supine Badakanasana, opening up those hips a little bit more, breathing, finding that deep inhalation and the slower than slow exhalation. Good. Nice. Just allowing those hips to soften. Notice if you're clenching anywhere, jaw sometimes holds that tension for us. We think we're doing good. See if you can relax the jaw, and maybe that'll send a little signal to those hips and inner thighs to relax. And swallow in your throat. That seems to do the trick sometimes too. And then if you're super happy here, this is your happy place. You can always support yourself with blocks or blankets, covering yourself or tucking a blanket here or there. Or if you'd prefer, just extend your legs and bring them about as wide as your mat. And then let your arms relax on the floor and find a Shavasana position that works for you. You can tuck something under your neck. You can place a blanket over your belly. Whatever gives you comfort and peace as we settle into this final resting pose. And just like we did at the beginning of this practice, let's start at the top of the head and bring your awareness to all the different parts of the body. So this is called a body scan. So draw your awareness first to your head, your face, your neck and shoulders, down each arm into each hand and fingers, and down the chest and the back, through the belly and the hips and the legs, down into the knees, the ankles, and the feet. And then starting at the feet, draw that awareness back up through the ankles, the knees, the quads, hamstrings, hips, torso, the hands and the arms, the shoulders, the neck, and your head, relaxing the face, letting the tongue release from the roof of the mouth, and just be here. Mahatma Ghandi says that peace is the space where love abides and seeks to share itself. Peace is the state where love abides and seeks to share itself. As you're ready, begin to deepen your breath and invite some small movements into the body, wiggling fingers and toes. And then when you're ready, roll to one side and just curl up in that fetal position. I like that fetal position. It just seems to symbolize a rebirth, a reset. When you're ready, use the strength of your arms to bring you back up to where we started. Some of us started in a seat, Sukhasana. And once you arrive there, just notice how your hips and your legs are feeling. Spend a lot of time in the lower body working on our balance and our strength and those big muscles. Just notice. Maybe feel a little more grounded in the seat, a little more present in the body. That's the point, right? When you're ready, close your eyes, sweep your arms up, find your palms up above your head and draw them right down the center until they land at your heart. And then take a moment to bow your head to your heart. And maybe an image of peace comes into your mind, or maybe just the feeling or the thought of peace. Send that to someone who could use it today, just whoever comes to mind. Share that peace. In a state where love abides and seeks to share itself. When you're ready, bring your thumbs to your third eye, your place of inspiration and intuition. Thank you guys for showing up to your mat today, for practicing peace with me. May you have a peaceful, loving day. Namaste.